much, Madam Chair. And I have to say, I have to also, because the intervention of Honourable Metz, I think, reflects quite a lot of what I am experiencing at the moment. And it's true that these challenges, because I'm a relatively new father as well, and these challenges that we experience, even mentioning the toilet, it sounds silly, but it's true. I have to barge into the women's toilet sometimes to be able to get a changer available for us. So that is a reality that we're facing, and in order to really reach a proper equal world and society, I think that these needs to be addressed. Even the most simple things that shouldn't take too much effort in reality. But going back to the council conclusions, your council conclusions, I'm representing Malta. Obviously, Mina was representing the upcoming presidency and the northernmost country, and one of the countries where we also admire in terms of gender equality, and obviously my member state, the southernest member state with a Mediterranean culture, where we obviously are not at the forefront of for example, labor market participation of women, but in recent years we have managed to achieve quite a lot in a very short time. And I also refer to the intervention of the Honourable Member of Parliament, referring to Malta when it comes to representation of women. We do recognize that we do have a lack in that respect, and I think it stands at 14% in our national parliament, which is definitely not enough. So we strongly believe in a fair and equal society which can only be attained if women and men are provided the equal opportunities. We are highly committed at the moment to gender equality, and our government has been pushing forward towards having more engagement of female participation in various national and European institutions. We are of the opinion, in fact, that this will strengthen our representative democracy and finally achieve a real democratic society which is able to properly address the challenges being faced by all of us. In fact, just to go, it's not really my remit, but because I represent, I'm a diplomat and represent my country, but I think that in terms of gender equality in politics, our political parties have recognized that there is a problem and there is a challenge, and have taken up promoting and taking initiatives to create a more gender-balanced voting ballot in the upcoming European Parliament election. And I think that seeing the candidatures list, I think that I can safely say that it is a very, I think it is the most balanced list that we have seen so far. This will obviously be hopefully reflected in the national elections that will come up later on in a few years. Obviously, these initiatives are intended to help mentor female prospective candidates and help even young girls, young women to be exposed to fora that otherwise they would not have been exposed to. And I think that's a very good initiative. We recognize that it's important to have transparency and accountability in policies that coordinate the advancement of women's rights, but we have to recognize that there needs to be a change in citizens' perceptions and mentality towards women having a leading role in politics. I think that is the biggest challenge that we are facing at the moment. Going to another point on your conclusions, women on boards. We, like Mina said, have been fully on board this proposal. I think that it's time that the Council gives the final push and reaches an agreement so that we can start the discussions further on with the Parliament. It was a priority for the Maltese presidency. I'm happy to see that it's a priority for the Romanian presidency. I hope that you manage to reach a deal. If not, it will be up to Mina to reach it. But it is important. I know that there are diverging views on this proposal, but it's a starting point, and it's important that we start from somewhere. In terms of, we mentioned work-life balance. I think the intervention before me just took the point quite directly. We have come up a long way, but how long do we still have to go? I think that we need to continue providing work-life balance opportunities, especially to have women access to care provisions as well. In Malta, I just mentioned one example, which came from a European context in reality, the free childcare service, which is not something that is for women, but it should be used by both parents, by all parents. But it's a good initiative that helped us to address our very low labor market participation. And in 5 years, I think we have made drastic improvements. We're still not at the top, far from it. I'm looking at Virginia because we know this. But hopefully we'll get there. With regards to the digital area, we in fact in Malta have a very big and expanding digital sector, and it is a point that we need to address, that of having more women in the digital area. In fact, we are happy that the digital days that Commissioner Gabriel referred to will have one of the main topics will be the declaration on participation of women in the digital sphere. We, for one, have tried to get the digital champion this year, nominating a woman. Having a woman a digital champion. In conclusion, we believe that in the importance of economic independence of women, because economically empowered women are less likely to find themselves in difficult situations that would make them more vulnerable in society. So thank you, and I wish the European Women Alliance all the best of luck, and I'm very honored to have been here with you and participate in this 3rd Women European Council. Thank you.